Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly Snooze Button, Run Button morning show. My name is Keith J. Carberry. With me today is Kylie Churchill. And it struck me earlier this week that we, never said what the show is at the beginning of a show. We never, explained...
That's not true.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Keith is making up all these things. Keith is just remembering nothing from our previous streams and not rewatching them and waking up in a cold sweat like, oh my god, we haven't said anything on any of that. How did we do 5 episodes of silence?
Well, no, we didn't. It's not that we didn't explain. Well, we showed what it is by doing it. But maybe we should say every week that this is a podcast Let's Play combo.
We should do that.
Because that's what it is. Which I don't know if this is out there because I'm not on the Let's Play scene. Is anyone else doing this? Is anyone else? I mean, it's not like this is, some explosive new, this isn't a revolutionary new way to do a Let's Play. But is anyone else putting half of a show as a podcast and the second half is a Let's Play? Is anyone doing that?
I don't think anyone else is committing to making the first half of their show much less interesting than the second half now.
I don't know. I always feel like the first half of our show is the strongest half.
Feel like we should do some focus tests to find out what other people think about that.
Everybody write it on Twitter, write into our email, runbuttonpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know which half you hate and which half you like. Yeah,
runbuttonpodcast@gmail.com. Good thinking, Keith.
If you hey, let's do this. Let's say general count.
Which half do you hate?
Which half do you hate?
We'll get him right out of here.
Yeah.
We'll kick him out.
No, that's not what I meant by half. I meant half by the half of the show, not half of the people.
Yeah. You know what we got to do? Got to make sure every one of those episodes has a thumbnail, though, because when we put up that thumbnail that's just a Run Button logo, that's poison.
You think so?
I don't think anyone wants that. What we got to do, you know what I have seen? Is I've seen Let's Players who do a talk show, and they do, and this is cringy, but maybe it's all we need. They do a virtual set, like in a game.
What do you mean in a game?
We'll build a talk show set in Scrap Mechanic.
Okay.
And then we'll actually Scrap Mechanic might be a great one because then we could have a control panel, could have buttons. Like if you had a guest on, we don't like the guest, we could have a trap door that eats the guest.
Okay.
Don't want this guest.
Or me and the guest really hit it off, and we have a trap door that eats you.
We'll all have trapdoors.
We'll all have trapdoors. Each of us will have access to a trapdoor button. These are the rules. There are 3 trapdoors, 3 trapdoor buttons, but you have to collaborate with one other person to get a trapdoor open.
Well, here's the thing is that the one person who doesn't push the trapdoor button is safe, but if the 2 trapdoor button people choose each other, then they both fall through the trap door.
No. You misunderstood. If we hate the guest, we have to agree to trap in order to open up their trap. You have to have 2. It's like the nuclear switch.
Yeah,
like 2 people
need to turn the key
at the same time.
Yeah.
Although I will admit that I do like the idea that you can fuck yourself by being too aggressive with the trapdoor. And so maybe it is like that good cop, bad cop thing where it's like if you tell on you know the puzzle. We all know the puzzle. If you rat on your friend, then you get off. But if you rat on each other, then you both get 7 years. But
Keith, you're talking about the prisoner's dilemma.
The prisoner's dilemma, right? So we add in a prisoner's dilemma clause, which is that if you try to use your trapdoor, thinking that someone else will use it with you and they don't, then your trapdoor opens.
Oh wow! Since we're brainstorming, you know what Snooze Button needs? A prisoner's dilemma.
What other sorts of thought experiments can we integrate into Run Button?
This is serious. The second game in the Zero Escape series, Virtue's Last Reward, heavily involves the prisoner's dilemma, and it's a lot of fun.
There's a prisoner's dilemma in let's see, what game is it that I can think of that has a prisoner's dilemma in it? Oh, it's KOTOR.
Of course, every game that you can think of is KOTOR.
Yeah.
I would say Virtue's Last Reward, I'd have to wager, is the most Prisoner's Dilemma game ever made.
KOTOR just has like a reference to a thing that's a lot like the Prisoner's Dilemma in like one of the puzzles. What is the Prisoner's Dilemma in Virtue's Last Reward?
I mean, it's
just the whole game.
It's it's like a Saw style kind of thing where like a madman is forcing them to play a game for their own survival. And it's like every once in a while, everyone divides into booths, and you don't know who you're paired up with. And it's Prisoner's Dilemma style. You can choose to work together or screw them over. And it's like you get the most points if you pick screw them over, and they pick cooperate because they get 0, and you get all the points. Or you can split the points if you both pick cooperate, or you get no points if you both pick screw the other person. And also
There's
you're
so many rules
around.
to murder.
It's so many rules to murder.
It's so many rules to murder.
Zero escape. The most rules to murder.
Murdering.
That's the tagline.
Murdering is the most fuck the rules thing you can do in life. I think. Like there's not much you can do that's more against the rules than murder. And so then to murder with all these rules attached, it seems so silly.
I feel like it's a whole genre of suspense thriller, right? Is the I created rules around murder genre.
Right, and
I invented murder rules, and so I'm not the one doing the murder, it's the rules doing the murder. You're just playing by them.
Right. We've both agreed to play this game that I made where the end is that you die.
I agreed, and then I kidnapped you. You were forced into agreeing, but you did sort of agree. You're here now.
The first rule is that if you don't play the game, you're already playing the game, but you lose right away and I kill you.
It's really good. I'll spoil an early reveal on Virtue's Last Reward. Is there's you unlock the power to like go back in time. It's like a branching timeline game. So when you play your first Prisoner's Dilemma, spoilers, whichever one you pick, the other person picks like the opposite one that screws you over. And then if you go back in time and choose the other option, you still get screwed over. And you're like, what's happening with the timelines? I cannot win this game. It's fun. It's a good time.
I haven't played any of those.
Good time.
Here's what I was gonna say, by the way, about runbuttonpodcast@gmail.com. We don't use our email very often, because we don't get a lot of emails, frankly. But we also don't ask for them, so it's sort of like both. It's a problem on both ends.
It's like a prisoner's dilemma.
It's the prisoner's dilemma of email. We don't get them because we don't ask for them, but we don't ask for them because we never get any. But if you're gonna write in to tell us which half of the show sucks and which half of the show is awesome, you might as well write in with questions. We can do a Q&A. We can do like we can do an answer bucket thing.
Write in with your questions. My most favorite questions are non-hypothetical questions about the video game industry. That's what I like.
My favorite questions are hypothetical questions about anything.
Wow.
So we've got you covered. I like video game questions too. I mean, it's fun.
Okay, when I say non-hypotheticals, I don't mean like, don't ask me what I think the next Xbox is gonna be like in the first year. I mean, like,
you don't want to have to speculate.
No, I do want to speculate. I guess what I mean is like, I'm just not a big fan of the questions that are like, what kind of dessert would you be?
Oh, I like those questions. Those are fun. What are you talking about? What kind of dessert would you be?
What kind of dessert would you be?
I think that I would be a brownie, but like a good one.
Why would you be a brownie? What makes Keith a brownie?
It's an incredibly fun dessert that is delicious, and depending on the part. Well, I guess so. For the brownie, there's different parts of it taste different. The middle, everyone can agree that the middle slice is fundamentally different than a corner piece.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And I feel like
different. I thought you were going to say fundamentally better, and I was going to say,
oh, well, I prefer a corner piece personally, but
the same.
But I feel, on some days I feel some ways, and on some days I feel sometimes I feel like a center slice. Some days I feel like a corner piece.
I feel some ways. and other days I feel other ways.
And
Is that
little
something?
Enya. Yeah, it's Enya. It's Enya, I think.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do an accidental Enya.
God, I wish I had the button for accidental. We used to have a button for accidental Enya on the
Have an
soundboard.
accidental Enya button, but you know what happened was we used it too much and the button got worn out. It stopped working.
Yeah, for all we could. First of all, we couldn't stop doing accidental Enya. It was almost ridiculous. It was almost like we were doing it on purpose, but we weren't. I like the hypothetical questions. I guess if Kylie doesn't want to answer them, then make sure it's a really good one, and then I'll answer it. But I have stuff to talk about this week.
Write in with what kind of dessert we would be. We'll answer it again.
We'll think harder on it. I'll spend from now until next week thinking about what dessert that I would be.
Ask me for write in with your game recommendations. I love giving game recommendations.
Did you ever play Elite Dangerous?
I did not play Elite Dangerous.
I saw Elite Dangerous on Steam today, and I was like, ooh, is it too late to like that? Did I miss the Elite Dangerous window? Was that something that was extremely cool in 2017 or whatever and is no longer cool?
It was extremely cool like longer ago than 2017, but yeah. Yeah, you
2016? It was 2017?
No, I just mean like you got it. Elite Dangerous, that was a cool thing to like, but like 5 years ago.
It. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gone
Was
now.
it really that long ago?
I'm pretty sure.
Looks like release date. Wow, 2014.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed it. I totally missed Elite Dangerous.
Missed it.
I really missed the boat on that. I guess that means for 6 years. For 6 years, I've been about to buy it, and including today, I was about to buy it, and I was like, "Is this? Did I miss the boat on this? Did I miss the ship?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, write in with what's the new Elite Dangerous, and if the new Elite Dangerous is the old Elite Dangerous, then so be it.
Wow.
Here's what I've been doing this week.
So be it. What have you been doing this week?
Well, Kylie, you and I live in the world of
a society.
We live in a society. Actually, for a few months, we have not been living in a society.
Right, sure.
Well, hey, welcome to what it feels like to not live in a society, kind of.
No, this is still living in a society.
No, I'm not talking to you because you have a much more similar to life to what your old life was than is average.
True.
You and I.
My headphones. Hey, I'm back. Did you say my life now is much more similar to my pre-quarantine life than most people?
Yeah, I think so.
No, you're the one.
I said both of us.
Well, after...
Hey, no, stop. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop.
I'm going to give you a good what for.
Oh, my God.
You just wait for that.
Hello? God, what an asshole. I'm Kylie. I do a podcast and I can't be bothered to have working headphones. Kylie's been using like half working headphones for years. I have a nice pair of over-ear headphones. I have real, studio headphones, and she's been using like iPod headphones for a decade.
I'm back. And
I'm complaining. Hold on. First of all, before you say anything, I said "and me." I already included myself in this, so you have literally nothing to complain about. Your objection is invalid.
No, I do have something to complain about. Before, I was working a full-time job, and now
You got laid off before coronavirus.
I got what?
Yeah, your layoff was not coronavirus related.
But that's just coincidental. I didn't go back to... I had another job to go to that I didn't go to because of coronavirus. Specifically because, one, I don't want to do that job. And two, my daughter is out of school, and she's like a full-time job. So like essentially that's my job now. I went from doing truck driving full-time to doing parenting nearly full-time.
Okay.
That's a big change.
I still think that you and I on average have less different lives than a lot of people.
I agree that you have very less different life because your life is the same as it was before.
I don't know why you're being defensive about this. You have said this to me.
I don't agree.
You don't agree? I can find it in our family group chat. I mean, I'm not going to do it now, but if I remember, I'll do it for next week, and I'll find the thing of you saying like, "This is basically just how I lived anyway."
Oh, I just meant that I stayed home a lot.
Yeah, that's what what this whole thing's been about.
Okay.
Just a joke about not participating in society.
Gotcha.
Right?
I get it now.
Okay, cool. So we're cool?
Yeah.
All right.
We're cool.
You need to get better headphones. That's the other thing.
Well, these headphones are really convenient, and they're like a kind that people don't make anymore.
Oh, it broke two times in the last minute, so it seemed like it wasn't convenient.
First of all, it didn't break any times. It ran out of batteries once.
Oh, okay.
What was the second time?
It sounded like you plugged it in. It's wireless, I guess. It sounded like you plugged it in and then it didn't work again. I thought there was like a second time where you had to fix it twice, but I guess it was just you fiddling with batteries the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I have been playing.
No, wrong. It's me. You interrupted me. I'm still doing my thing.
Come on.
Do you?
I didn't.
What?
No,
what?
no, it's fine. No, let's talk about your thing. What's up with you?
All I was saying, so let's rewind. You and I are the kind of people that, you know, if we're gonna buy something like a technology thing,
yeah.
I think we both do a lot of research into the thing before we buy it.
True, so true.
Lots of research.
I think I might do medium research.
I do too much. I do more than is reasonable,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I don't do as much as you, certainly.
Whatever
you do, I don't do that much.
It's definitely gotten worse for me over the years, and it's fine because like eventually I'm very satisfied.
Right. Eventually you get that perfect thing.
Yeah. And it works for a long time, and I don't get buyer's remorse but in the meantime, I basically work myself up into a manic frenzy.
You get researcher's remorse.
I get researcher's remorse.
Why did I look into this so in depth?
So the thing that I'm getting is I got a new keyboard to go with my new computer because my keyboard and mouse are sort of busted.
I saw a tweet about keyboards.
I saw that you liked the tweet, so that's why I thought I might bring it up. So
Keith boards.
I got a keyboard and mouse combo from Razer in 2009 when I built my first computer, and I've been using it since then. No complaints about the Razer keyboard. It lasted 11 fucking years and it survived multiple like catastrophic liquid spills, including 2 just last year of some of the worst shit you could possibly spill in a keyboard. Once it was soda and then once it was wine.
Keith loves to spill.
I love to spill. But I've decided to be more careful.
Keith gets wet.
I get wet. So the mouse click wheel doesn't work right. And I was missing some keycaps and they fall off sometimes when I'm typing. Like, it's really bad. So anyway, keyboard shit is insane. Do you know this?
I didn't know this. I mean, I know about mechanical keyboards.
This is what I'm talking. I'm talking specifically about mechanical keyboards. It's sort of like every hobby. It feels like. I guess the thing that
that's just what a hobby is.
But with keyboards, it's so obvious the ways that enthusiasts trick themselves into seeing differences where there are none.
Sure.
And sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's fun to be really, really specific about the thing that you like. And sometimes it's like, this is extremely unhealthy.
Yeah.
So if you don't know how a mechanical keyboard works, you've got a switch underneath the keycap, and the switch is like a little stem that pushes into a plastic housing that closes a loop closes a circuit and triggers that key. And there are about 1 billion different companies making these switches and making like niche enthusiast switches. But the thing that I have become obsessed with is people who will buy like 2 or 3 different kinds of switches and mix all the parts up.
What? They're like, my arrow keys, I really like this type of switch on arrow keys.
No, not like that. I really like this. No, it's like this. I really like the stems from this, but I like the top housing from this, but I like the springs from that. So you'll take. Are you? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
I'm floored right now. We're hitting hyperdrive on keyboard enthusiasm. I'm holding on to my life here.
So Kylie's being sarcastic and is not caring about this.
What? I'm being enthusiastic.
Well, okay, but I guess I need to quantify the things that are different about these different switches.
Springiness. Click volume.
Click both high or low.
Throw length.
Is it loud? Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? Is it not? Is it quiet but not the right kind of quiet? The level of tactility when you press the button, when you press the switch, how much can you feel the thing? And we're talking about like
I want a tremor. I want it to send a fucking a shock through my system.
We're talking about like people whose worlds revolve around about a difference in 3 milligrams of actuation force. It's just wild. It's wild to me.
Yeah, that's it. You found it. That's what a hobby is.
It's so fascinating. I don't know. I just can't get over like,
yeah.
So it reminds me of did you see there was like a viral thing that went around of
Oh, I see viral things all the time.
Excuse me. There was this viral thing of like some dumbass right-wing guy who went to Cuba and like found the fully stocked supermarket that like mostly had only a few different kinds of each thing, or one kind of there's only one kind of tomato sauce, so he was like, this is hell.
Could
Welcome
you ever
to hell.
imagine wanting tomato sauce like this?
And
I looked at the ingredients on this tomato sauce. You know what was in it? Just tomatoes.
I don't want to
olive oil.
I don't want to be like too quick to be like, you only ever need one kind of tomato sauce.
Yeah, I know it is.
But because I don't think that there should be a state, which means I don't think that there should be someone planning out the kind of tomato sauce that's going to be in every supermarket or even one supermarket. And the kind of world that I want to live in is a kind of world where if somebody wants to just make tomato sauce and sell their kind of tomato sauce, then they should be able to do that. And I think that would lead to fewer kinds of tomato sauce, but still people having cool, interesting tomato sauces to cook with or whatever. But the idea,
what if there was only one tomato sauce and that tomato sauce was Prego?
Right?
And you're like, oh no,
exactly.
The only tomato sauce is Prego.
Well, then the solution is you just make your own tomato sauce because it's really easy, and I bet there's a ton of really excellent herbs and vegetables for sale in Cuba. I guess that's the real solution. Just make your own fucking tomato sauce.
Sorry, Keith. Let me finish my bit. Oh no, they only have Prego. We really wanted ragu. we wanted ragu traditional.
I wanted tomato sauce Rangoon.
I'm role-playing myself in Cuba. Oh no, they don't have ragu traditional. Where will I find the blandest?
They only have ragu
sauce?
Special.
I actually do love ragu pasta sauce. The most bland pasta sauce imaginable.
Oh my god. Well, it's somehow
scientists worked for decades to make such a bland sauce.
The American canned tomato sauce is somehow incredibly flavorless and also overpowering. It's truly a marvel. It's a technological marvel. And Anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to the weirdos who like keyboard switches.
Shout out to the weirdos who like keyboard switches.
You truly have dedicated yourself to a distinction without a difference. In a way that is like both unsettling and also fascinating and interesting. Like I got into it. I spent 12 hours, picking out what I wanted to have as a switch in my keyboard.
I've got a keyboard thing.
You up?
I've got a keyboard thing.
What's your keyboard thing?
I follow someone on Twitter who's a keyboard person. They're like my one keyboard person. Like, you have a Twitter timeline. You got to have like one keyboard person in there.
Is this like a keyboard influencer?
This is some kind of keyboard influencer who makes custom mechanical keyboards, and they make custom mechanical keys. Like they
do keycap sets. They design keycap sets,
I guess.
Or artisans. Do they do artisans?
They do like little Kirby's.
That's artists. They do artisans. Yeah.
Okay. They do little Kirby's. They had like a key that was like a burger or a little McDonald's fries.
Those sell for
McDonald's fries.
Those sell like for $50 a piece.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
They look awesome.
Yep.
Also, this person does like TikToks of them like making the keys and stuff, so you can check it out and it's cool. But all the comments on TikTok are all like, how are you gonna close the laptop if your keys look like Kirby? That's every comment is like, lol, you could never close your computer, so stupid.
But it's not for a laptop.
Yeah, no, they don't know that. They only know about laptops.
They only know about They never saw a real keyboard?
It's TikTok. They only know about laptops.
This fetus never learned Skype.
This fetus never learned cherry switches.
There's Kylie, not even to mention all the different kinds of housings. You got
get out of
cherry
here.
housings? Sure, got it. Alps housings?
Ranch?
Sure, got it.
Ranch, split level, Tudor,
Cape? You got a Cape style switch housing?
thatch hut.
Yeah, so I got this keyboard. Well, I'll
Nice.
check back in when I should have it built by this time next week. So
Okay, wow.
I'm hoping,
exciting.
unless
Hey,
shipping takes longer than I expected.
Hey, bud. What color?
I got a mint colored case. And my keycaps are sort of like a light green, like a pastel, and then also like a beige. So the modifier switches are the green, and then the letters are the beige. And I got a 40% keyboard, which is yeah.
Sorry. The letter keys are beige.
Yeah, they're like a cream. They're like a cream beige, like off-white sort of color.
Uh-huh.
If you look it up, the set is called Jukebox. It's by
that's good. Could I make an observation?
Sure.
I think so I've known Keith for a while. I've known Keith since Keith was born. As long as there's been a Keith, I've known a Keith.
That's true.
And classically, favorite color red.
Yeah.
I think these days, favorite color mint green.
Yeah, it's been a few years since it's been like 5 years since it's been number 1, number 2 with red. I haven't talked about it because frankly, we don't talk about favorite colors enough on Run Button.
Oh
but
my gosh, you're never coming back to it. Mint green was your number 2, now it's number 1?
It was number 2 for a long time, but it's been like number 1, like tied off and on with red for like 5 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow,
I'm still a red boy at heart. I'm
sticking
still
with blue, by the way.
You're sticking with blue? That's fine.
Yeah, I like blue.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to. You're allowed to be a total normie with the most normie favorite color.
Yeah, that's me, normie. Everything about me is normal, and I'm keeping it that way. People see me walk down the street, they're like, "Look at that extremely normal person over there."
Well, this is the thing that I think people I was using normie sort of as a sort of ironically, but I think the thing people lose when they talk about this person's a normie.
Yeah, you're being ironic.
Yeah,
I think I'm normal. You think I'm abnormal?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I just don't like to sincerely call people normies. Because some people are normies in some ways and not so normies in other ways.
Yeah,
everyone's got a little normie in them.
Everyone's got a little normie in them. A little Norm Macdonald.
Saying
stuff that's like saying stuff that's like sometimes offensive, and like every once in a while he says like the funniest thing you've ever heard, and you're like, little normie, how come you can't do that all the time?
And then he defends Louis C.K. Yeah, he's like 70. He's like, 60% really funny, 10% the funniest guy on the planet, and then 30% a weirdo that can't stop saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, I saw like a comedy special from him it was probably from like 10 years ago at this point, but I just remember thinking like I hit play. It wasn't very funny for like 3 minutes. Then he had a bit about death that was like the funniest thing I've ever seen, and then the rest of it was kind of bad, and I stopped watching halfway through. Yeah,
that's the Norm Macdonald. That's what he'll give you.
Yep.
That's what he's got on offer. And then you're like, let me go to YouTube.
That bit about death was legitimately hilarious. The rest of it, whatever.
He just has a way of speaking that is inherently funny.
Yeah.
Like the way that he talks.
Yeah, he talks like this.
Yeah, he just everything's a matter of fact. Yeah, I don't know. There's some people who have like an affected voice that is meant to be funny, that is like clearly way too much. And Norm Macdonald is not that. It's incredibly subtle and perfect. Yes.
You're talking about the Goldthwait.
I'm talking about the Goldthwait. Well, phenomena. I said his thing is too much. His thing is too much, but it's also too much on purpose. It is so much too much that you couldn't ever get there by accident.
Some much is too much, but his is so much
is good much.
His so much is good much.
Do you know how he got his name, by the way? I love this story. I don't know why. I can't help but love this story.
I guess I don't know.
You know Tom Kenny?
I'm aware of his existence.
SpongeBob? We're talking about SpongeBob.
I know about SpongeBob. Yeah, I've heard of SpongeBob.
They were stand-up comedians together in, I believe, Philadelphia. I may be wrong about that, but there was another comic, like a long time, like open mic guy or like local club guy, who went by like some sort of cat name like that. And they were just fucking with him, and they introduced themselves to him as oh, hey, you're that cat. I'm Bobcat. This is Tomcat. And they went as Bobcat and Tomcat for a little while, but Bobcat never went back. He just kept it.
That's so good.
So it started just like fucking with some guy that they knew.
Bobcat and Tomcat is really good.
It's like this great irony too, that he then was cursed with like being that guy that does that voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so now he's got a gimmick name. He's a guy with a gimmick name and a gimmick voice. And so he had to like consciously not do the voice anymore for people to stop associating him with that.
Yeah. Or if you're Andrew Clay, you're like, this is just me now.
Yeah, this is me now.
I've transformed into this character. No one likes Andrew Clay, but everyone loves the Dice Man. This'll never go wrong.
I'll never die.
He didn't die.
He didn't. Well, but like metaphorically.
Oh, but he never will.
He right. He
is and won't.
He is immortal, but he has died culturally. The greatest curse of all.
Don't say that.
Makes wild movies. Gotta give him that.
Oh, does he make movies?
Bobcat, yeah.
Oh,
not the Dice.
You're talking about Dice.
Oh no, the Dice Man. He'd never even seen a camera. What? So what's up? What's going on with you? You had a game that you want to talk about?
I haven't gotten a lot of opportunities to play games in the past week. I have played actually a bunch of Earth Defense Force 4, the second most recent Earth Defense Force game, because I came in last week or the week before being like, oh, Earth Defense Force 4 and 5 exist, but 3 is a perfect game. But I hadn't played 4 very recently when I said that.
Have you played 5?
I have not played 5.
Okay. We haven't said we're playing Earth Defense Force 5
Why do you
today.
ask? What? Oh, we're playing Earth Defense Force 5 today.
Or according to Twitch, we're playing Earth Defense Forces 5.
Ooh, Earth Defense Forces 5. Well, there's multiple forces because it's me and you playing together.
Yeah, we're 2 different forces, not 2 halves of a force.
Silent Hills and Earth Defense Forces.
Earth Defense opposing forces.
What? Holy shit.
Yeah. Is that something?
That could be something. Yeah, so I have played Earth Defense Force 4. The big difference between 3 and 4 being the addition of like the different character classes. Like the Ranger, the Fencer, the Air Raider, and the Wing Diver. A lot of fun, that game.
They're called Air Screamers.
They're Alessa's interpretation of the pterodactyls as depicted in one of her favorite novels, The Lost World by Arthur Conan Doyle. I know all about Earth Defense Force.
God, I've got to get that down. It's been like 8 years and I still can't pull that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta remember.
I just looked it up recently too. Like 2 weeks ago.
It's been 10 years. Keith still thinks they're called bat vultures, and I keep trying to tell him they are air screamers.
Oh, God, why can't I remember that? I feel like such an idiot.
I have been playing Final Fantasy VII original.
Not remake. You've fallen off remake entirely, it seems.
I think, well, I mean, I don't want to say I've fallen off. I've just
fallen out. You have falling out?
I got really interested in original, so I focused on that a little bit. And then what happened was it's really hard for me to finish games. So I got close to the end of 1, and then I was like, I should just finish this so that it's done, and then I can go back to remake and finish that. Even though I was like, even though remake is just the Midgar part, so it looks like I'm way, way past the remake stuff in the original game, it was still involving a lot of ideas from later on in the original, so I just kind of wanted to finish it.
Well, and I know
and now I'm on disc 3.
I know you don't like this criticism because the last time you did this same thing, basically, you said that it's not true that you do this. But you get so excited about the things that you like that you'll basically burn yourself off of them before you can even finish. It's like the playing
it's not a burning though. That's the thing is it's not about losing steam. It's not as if I wouldn't finish remake faster if I hadn't played original FF7. I just would have found something else to distract me because my brain literally doesn't like to finish things. It's called working sideways, where my brain only wants to do the things I'm not supposed to do. So once I get far enough in a game, my brain considers finishing that game the thing I'm supposed to do and doesn't want to do it anymore. Like that's actually what happens is like the closer I get to the end of something, the less interest my brain has in it. I guess that's
possible, and you'd know better than me, I guess, but you seem to play a lot of the game that came before the game that's about to come out, and you're able to finish that, I think. And then when the new one comes out, then that's the one that you can't finish.
No, you're right. That does happen. And in recent years, I have made real efforts to not do that as much, but sometimes it just ends up coming out weird. Like when Sekiro was coming out, I was finding myself really wanting to play a Souls game, but I was like, no, I don't want to spoil myself on Sekiro, so I'm going to wait. And then Sekiro came out and I played it and just went like, no, but this isn't, I just spent the last 2 months wanting to play like a Dark Souls game, and this isn't that, so I still just want to play Dark Souls, actually.
Did you go play Dark Souls?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I think I played it for like 20 minutes and went, actually, I don't want to play this either, and then just kind of stopped. Weird time.
Yeah.
With me and Souls.
Yeah, but we talked about that a couple weeks ago. I guess it's been 2 months.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months since we talked about it on the way to the content cabin.
The Final Fantasy thing was interesting, though, because So the reason I played Final Fantasy or 7 original, and I know you're always getting on my ass about this. I meant on, I said in. That's gross. Don't get in my ass. Get out of here. Keith's always getting on my ass about this.
That's why Inception was a bad movie, because everyone knows that the way that you get an idea into someone's head is through their ass. Yeah. You don't have to go in their dreams. You just have to plant it in their butt.
The reason I replayed original 7 before remake was because I had been wanting to replay it for a long time to re-experience the story and refresh myself on like, what? I have memories of this. They're very old memories. I want to remember what's in there. And then also for me, with remakes, I really only ever care about a remake in terms of how it compares to the original one. I mean, I guess this one is kind of weird because it's so different from the original that,
yeah.
But I didn't really know that at the time. Basically, my thought is like, I don't have any interest in playing Final Fantasy VII Remake unless I can remember and compare it to Final Fantasy VII Original. So I'm going to play both of these. And I'm close to the end in both of them. I'm going to finish them.
Okay. I would have trusted your memory of Final Fantasy VII.
Well, I didn't. I'm glad I replayed it because I feel like I remembered things wrong.
Yeah, well, and you had a good time replaying it. I'm surprised at how much you ended up liking it.
Good game.
Because you had backpedaled on Final Fantasy VII on your Final Fantasy VII fandom.
Even though we don't like to use the word fandom around here.
We don't like the word in these parts. We steer clear the word fandom in these parts.
We don't go around fandom in these parts.
No, we don't. We're not a fan of anything around here.
And what I'm experiencing right now is, of course, I'm feeling the draw to go and finish remake, especially because I'm so slow that like I went from being the person who is playing remake first because I started playing it at midnight when it came out to being like the only one who's not done with it at this point. But you know, I'm feeling the draw like, ooh, I got to finish 7. So I'm in disc 3 of 7, which means disc 3 is a very weird thing because in terms of story content, it's just the final dungeon and the last boss, and that's it. So I'm basically right at the end of the game.
But it's got everything on there. Has
all that side content on there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm feeling I want to just finish this game. But I'm also feeling I'm interested in this side content, and Final Fantasy games are one of those games I'm always telling myself, oh, I wish I had the free time to play a Final Fantasy game. I wish I had the free time to go and breed some chocobos in Final Fantasy VII, because I haven't done that
paw curled
in many years. But no, I'm saying, hey, now I've got that time. I always said I wanted to play Final Fantasy when I had time. Now I have time. I'm breeding these chocobos. I'm taking my time. I'm breeding these giant birds, and I'm racing them. We're gonna get the gold chocobo. We're gonna get Knights of the Round.
Yeah, just spend some time in Final Fantasy country. What is it called?
Spend some time in Final Fantasy country.
No, where do they live? What is the actual name of the place?
The planet in Final Fantasy VII is called Gaia.
Gaia.
I think it's called that in a number of them.
And what's like the country that they're in?
I don't. They never really give country names. There's cities. There's no countries, just cities. There's Midgar and there's Wutai. And there's Shinra. Shinra's like its own country, kind of.
Okay.
It's like there's no countries because there's Shinra.
Right. These are like corporate city states.
Yeah. So okay. So last week, I thought we had reached the end of me. I would say we're done with me trying to get Keith to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, because Keith was like, I'm not playing this. He said, I'm out.
I thought maybe it would happen, but
I'm taking off.
Watching the initial enthusiasm got me interested in maybe checking it out, but then actually seeing the game got me not interested again.
That's interesting, because when you saw the game, you're like, I'm interested in this.
Well,
maybe.
until you started doing the combat at the very end, remember? And then I was like, wait, it looks like you're just not doing anything. This fighting looks, because you had pitched it like Yakuza, but actually it looks like a kind of like a piece of shit instead.
Whoa, I don't think it's a piece of shit. I was actually wrong though. You were like, this looks like mashy combat, or are you timing these button presses? And I was like, nope, this is just mashing. And then after that, realized I was wrong, and actually you're supposed to time the button presses.
Oh, okay. So then maybe I will check it out.
But I mean, if that's such a wild, such a small thing to be the thing that makes all the difference to you, like,
the entire way that the combat of the game works.
Well, no, I just mean like, instead of mashing on square, you're supposed to do like square, 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 square.
Well, but if you do, I guess the question is,
well,
do you do better in the fighting if you are careful and pay attention and do things the right way?
Yes.
Like in Yakuza, if you just mash on the buttons, you'll get killed.
You'll get your ass blasted.
You'll get your ass totally blasted. They'll put some idea right up there.
you'll wake up
get
going like,
is what
hey,
it's called.
I'm gonna play the original FF7 before I play the remake.
Yeah. So if you're not careful in Yakuza, you'll get incepted. And and so in Final Fantasy VII, it looks like you can do well, or you can just mash it, whatever. You just can.
No. It's tough. You gotta pay attention to what you're doing for sure.
Then what was the problem? Why did you think that was not the case at the time? Was it just easy?
No, I just thought, I didn't realize that there was a difference between mashing the attack button and timing out the attack button presses is all. It's still a very tactical game. It's because it's like I would call it a hybrid action kind of turn-based sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I like that. I actually really like, that's the thing that interested me the most, was like running around and doing a beat 'em up and then having like the real time with pause tactical parts.
I think it's No, you go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead.
But your suggestion that the beat 'em up part was kind of robotic made me less interested. I was like, just barely convinced to play it, and now I'm just barely not convinced to play it. You know?
Well, yeah. So as I said, I was a little bit wrong about the combat, but also I would argue that even if the combat was totally mashy, to me that only represents half of the combat. But yeah, it's like you gotta guard, you gotta dodge, you gotta time out the button presses. There's meat on those bones.
I'm still thinking about it. I've got like 7 months before the end of the year.
So this is why I brought this up again though. Was because I was thinking
for the fourth week in a row.
For the fourth week in a row. For 3 weeks, Keith asked me, what's a Final Fantasy? What is this?
Oh, do you have an answer for me? Because now I'm not.
This game? Yeah, I didn't understand what you were asking. And I thought about it a little bit more, and I maybe came up with an answer. Like, maybe this is the answer you're looking for when you keep asking people, what's a Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
You want to know the vibe? Like, what's the vibe you're getting off of this series?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking me?
I'm asking you what's the vibe. I'm asking what is Final Fantasy trying to say to me, and how is it trying to say it? But a big part of that is the vibe. Like, what is the feeling that Final Fantasy gives? What's the quality of when I watch a cutscene of it? What's
the color of its energy?
What's the color of its energy? Does it have like kind of doofy like writing?
Yes.
Is it overacted? Is it sincerely good without qualification? It's just really good.
Yes, yes to all.
It can't be all of those.
What do you? Well, but here's the thing: that these games are so big, there's a breadth to them.
Well, I guess in this case, I'm talking about Final Fantasy VII / remake.
Oh, okay. Well, let me talk to you about. I mean, I'll talk to you about this kind of goes for 7, but also Final Fantasy in general is Final Fantasy VII it's a game for casuals. Historically, it has mass appeal because it's story based. It's pretty chill in terms of difficulty, or I would say that the ethos behind Final Fantasy and kind of a lot of JRPGs in general is it's a 1-to-1 in terms of like how much time you put in and how good you get at the game, right? It's like you can either take on your challenges right away and they might be really tough, or you can grind for a while and level up. You can kind of like what I'm doing at the end of the game now. It's like I can go to the final dungeon right away and it's going to be tough, or I can play 10 hours of a creature raising mini game, and then that's like my end around because that gives me a reward that will be really powerful. It's kind of like a book, you know. It's like you just start and eventually you keep putting hours into the book and eventually you're done with the book. It's like that kind of like, because I'm hearing over here that Keith is into relaxing games. Like this is what you talk about when you talk about No Man's Sky. So and I know that you
or Eco, which I liked last year.
Oh,
remember that?
Oh, different Eco, not the other Eco.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. I still haven't played that. I still really want to play that.
It's cool. You need like 3 to 8 people minimum.
Yeah. I would want to play with even more than that. I guess I have to find a server. I don't know.
Yeah.
So because I'm seeing Keith who really likes stories in games, and I see Keith who really likes a good relaxing chill out game, and over here on my right I see Final Fantasy and I say there's overlap here. How do I put these together?
How do you put them together?
I don't know.
Does Final Fantasy put them together?
I think Final Fantasy puts them together. I think when a person says to themselves, I want to play Final Fantasy, I want to play a Final Fantasy game that has a number in the title and it's not an MMO. What they're saying is, I want to relax. I want to enjoy a story with characters that I get attached to.
Okay.
I want to have numbers, and I want those numbers to get higher, and I want the numbers to help me defeat monsters.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a couple hours. I guess here's the other half of the what is Final Fantasy question. Mm-hmm. Like if I think of some of the I think one of the defining things about Final Fantasy and JRPGs in general is their length. Final Fantasy seems to be shorter than a lot of them. Like you can play Final Fantasy 7 much faster than you can play like Xenoblade or whatever.
Probably. It's so hard to tell what the length of a JRPG is, because as I say, there's so much side content, it becomes up to you. Like, I'm like 50 hours into FF7 right now, and I'll probably play it for at least 15 more, but I could have been done 10 hours ago.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, the way that I calculated is like, what's the maximum amount of time that I can put into this, and then I will consistently do like the same fraction of that. Like I will do 30 hours of a 50-hour game or 60 hours of a 100-hour game, and either way it's 60%. Yep. You know what I mean?
That's always me. Yeah. Much.
And actually my percent is higher. It's more like I'll do like 75 or 80% of a game that's really long like that. But so I guess what it is, like last year, so my top 2 games. Okay, so I played. Okay, so 2 of my top 3 games, one of them were longish games. One of them was Disco Elysium, which I put in like 35 hours into. Mm-hmm. And then one of them was Sekiro, which I put in like 40 or 45 hours into. And like with Disco Elysium, I was really
Keith
into
math. We're getting Keith math right now.
I was real. Well, it's not about numbers. Just like they're longer games, so I have to be like, well, what about these games will make me want to put that much time into it?
Yeah.
For Disco Elysium, I thought it was funny. I thought the story was really fascinating. I didn't love clicking around on the screen to make my character move around. That's not that wasn't the thing for me. That was the draw. No. For Sekiro, either the story was really cool, and the world was really cool, but the thing that kept me doing it was every single second of the combat. I just
literally
could not get enough of doing that. what is the thing about Final Fantasy that keeps me into it? And it's not like I want to know in hour 2 or hour 3 that, okay, this is a game that I will want to put 50 hours into.
That's really hard.
Like, I don't want to have to decide every couple hours whether or not I want to do a couple more hours. I know
that
you know what I mean?
can be tough. That can be tough with a Final Fantasy. I think with Remake 7, I think it's going to be the interest in the story that is going to be pushing you forward. I think because I think the only part of the game that really suffers from it being drawn out and elongated in the way that the story is in Remake is the beginning part, like the initial raid on the reactor and then the journey back to the bar is longer. I mean, it was at least, it felt too long at the time because I was starting at midnight and didn't want to go to sleep until I found Tifa. So maybe I had some other priorities happening at that time, but it's also a beautiful game.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that the story will interest you. I don't know.
I think that's part of the tension here.
You didn't get to see any of the early Sephiroth stuff in there. That stuff.
No, I missed all that. I think that's some of the tension. I think I've brought it up before. I guess I just don't believe that the story is good, and I can't explain why. I can't explain why I don't believe that the story is good, or that I'll find it interesting. There's just some vibe that I get off of it where I'll be like, this is really, and maybe it's just been, I mean, it's the most famous game that I've never played, I think. Like, I think Final Fantasy VII is maybe the most well-regarded, well-respected game that I've never played. And so I just have this thing where it's like literally decades of people adoring it. And I'm just like, there's no way that it can be what people have said that it is, because they have a 2-decade-long relationship with it, and I don't.
You're right, but this is the remake. It's a new game for new boys.
Yeah, it's a new game for new boys.
New game for new boys.
And by new boys, we mean babies. This is a game for little baby boys.
See, what I would love to say to you, and we should wrap up because we're going long on the podcast segment.
Yeah,
what I'd love to say to you is you should play until you get to Aerith, because I think you'll like Aerith, but Aerith is like 15 to 20 hours into the game. So it's a good chunk in there, so it's hard to be like, play till Aerith, but you should play till Aerith.
And the other thing is, like, people seem to not like Cloud, and I like and not in like an interesting way either. Like, people just like think that the main character of the game sucks and is kind of an idiot. And so it's like, oh, you want me to play a game where the main character's an idiot? The last game that I played where the main character sucks but everyone swore the rest of the game was good was Jedi Fallen Order, and I couldn't stand that game. And it's Star Wars. Yeah, it's bad. I think it's bad. And a lot of the reason why it's bad is because I don't like the guy that the story is told with.
Here's what I'll say about Cloud. His personality and the way he carries himself,
and the way he carries that sword,
and the way he carries that sword, though, it's hard to answer. I think, is Cloud the most compelling protagonist of all time? No, he's kind of bland, and at the start of the story, he's a standoffish prick. And at least in the original, later on, his characterization is kind of muddy throughout. But I've always felt that people were overly harsh on Cloud. I think there's things to like about Cloud. I think what's fun about Cloud is that the subtext of him is that he's really cool, but he's trying so hard to be cool. Just like every time he meets a person, he wants that person to come away feeling like he's super cool. And what I love about FF7 Remake is there's lots of people that like aren't willing to let him get away with that, which is good.
Okay. As long as the game feels the same way that the audience does about Cloud, that helps.
I will say this: the game. I mean, this is an anime game about a spiky-headed guy with a giant sword, so the game absolutely does want you to think that he's cool, but the game also 100% knows that he's full of shit. Like the game kind of wants to have its cake and eat it too, but I think it gets away with it most of the time.
Okay, that's enough for me. All right, we've got to play this game.
Yeah, we gotta play this game.
I kind of decided last minute to get a gamepad.
Okay, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay,
I have my gamepad.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm ready. I'll be right back.
All right. Anybody? Let's see. Does anybody in the chat have something to say about this game? Let's see. Juliet says the fact that you can't unequip the sword or change your outfit at all is the only bad thing about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I like having a bunch of cool clothes to put on my character. That was like the best thing about there's the best addition to Breath of the Wild was you can dress up Link now. That was so much fun. Especially because like, you know, you could get similar benefits from some of the clothes, so you weren't like just building a Frankenstein outfit. Like most of the stuff looked pretty good. I think they could have done that with Final Fantasy. I don't think anybody. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think people are emotionally invested in Cloud's stupid shirt.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm emotionally invested in Cloud's stupid shirt.
Oh, really? You think that the game shouldn't have like different clothing options because of that shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, you're wrong.
Well, I know. I know.
Okay.
To clarify, though, I think there are different swords. You just can't ever. I think what the person was saying, you can't ever have no sword.
Okay.
You can't unequip the sword, but there are a bunch of different swords, and they look different.
Oh, I didn't realize that there was a bunch of different swords.
Yep. Well, it's that interesting thing where like
the sword I don't care about as much. It's really the clothes. I want to change my clothes.
Well, Keith, I mean, there's that one part you get to change your clothes.
Sure, I've heard of it. I still don't know it. I mean, you've talked about it, but I still don't know it. All right, game is on.
Oh, the game. Ooh, the game. Ooh, should we play this game though?
It got loud again. Did it not remember my? It said you'll use a keyboard and mouse, but I have my gamepad plugged in.
I know that I ran into a problem where Steam was reading my Xbox gamepad as like it was doing that Steam thing where it takes the controller and tells the game that it's a keyboard and mouse.
No, mine just seems to not work. Or maybe there's a setting that I can do. I mean, I closed the whole thing to do this. Okay. Settings and manual. Oh, and it also didn't save any of my. I mixed the audio for the show, and it didn't save any of that. Good. Background volume.
This good. Huh?
I'm saying that I mixed the volume for the show. It didn't save any of my settings.
Here's something. On the main screen, I had to push a controller button for it to say you'll use a controller.
On the main screen?
Yeah, it said push any button, and if you press a key or a mouse button, it'll switch to key and mouse. These
oh, there we go. Oh, it changed my settings again. Okay, so I guess it doesn't save audio settings. That's really frustrating for a stream. Yeah.
Oh, well, you can change it in the Windows mixer.
I can, but I can't change. Like, I can't make the music extra quiet. I guess that's not a big deal.
Wait, let me listen in the stream real quick.
It's fine. I can just. I really like being able to. There we go.
Oh yeah, it's the volume is fine.
Fine now. I just turned it down by 70%.
Oh well, there you go. Yeah. Online mission mode. Let's do it.
Actually, can I get a little? There we go. Great. Yep, this should be good.
Wow. So I played, like I said, I played EDF 4 this past week, and I saw all the interface of the game and the online lobby system, and I said to myself, I sure hope EDF 5 is better about all this stuff. It's not.
So yeah, look at this. Look at this. What even is this? Is this just different lobbies?
It's lobbies, baby.
This is just a list of lobbies.
It's just a fucking list of lobbies.
Okay.
I'm creating a lobby for you.
Okay,
I'm gonna
great.
invite you to
That'll
it.
be great. That'll be really good. So if you don't know Earth Defense Force, it's an incredibly long-running Japanese series about aliens invading Earth, and those aliens are usually big bugs, but not this time.
Well, there are definitely big bugs in this game.
Okay, well, big bugs and more now.
Well, here's the thing: is I think my understanding is that the bugs were never the aliens. They were like a bioweapon being used by the aliens, and the aliens were what was in the robots and the spaceships. And this time, the robots are frogs.
Nice.
Oh, hey, call sign, is that you?
Yeah, I'm call sign.
Nice. Good job.
That was just like the default thing that it was called. I didn't think it would be my name in the game.
It came up and was like, this is what your name's gonna be.
Oh, I didn't. I just like
the default was call sign.
I thought it was
change it because it's the same forever.
Fine. I don't know how to leave.
Oh, someone in the chat said about Cloud said Cloud is a kind of boring player. Insert protagonist, and yeah.
I literally don't know how to leave, so it's fine.
Oh, hit left on your D-pad. That's how you get rid of this menu. There you go.
No. Nope. I had already done that. I think you're just a little behind.
On the left, there's leave room at the bottom. You just have to use the analog stick because it maps the D-pad.
Oh, that. How do I get this thing out? There we go. Okay, leave room. Yes.
Yeah, I did a thing. It always maps that weird menu thing to the D-pad. So I did a thing in Steam settings where I told it to read the D-pad as an analog stick so I can use the D-pad on menus again. I'll go and send you another invite so you can accept it when you change your name.
God damn it.
Edit that name. Kiefer.
Big Gun Hero. No. Oh, god damn it. It doesn't give you a long enough name.
To do what?
To write a fun name that I wanted to write.
Oh, okay. Could I suggest a fun name?
Sure.
Keith.
Can't do that. Oh, that's fine too. Whatever. That's a name. It was one letter too. I shortened my fun name. And it still was one letter too long, but the name I was gonna do minus one letter was still a name. So, all right, invite me again.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I think if you open your chat, do you still have it? Need it again?
2 unread chat messages.
Wow, the fencer looks fucking weird in this game. Or at least your starting armor. Maybe you get armor in this game. That would be exciting. Wow, these guys look different. So this is like a reboot. This is a reboot.
It's a welcome to the reboot.
It's a story reboot.
It's a story reboot of which EDF 1 or 3?
Well, 3 was a reboot of 1.
Okay.
They seem like they reboot. They seem like they reboot every 2 games. So there was 1 and 2, and then they rebooted 3 and 4, and now they've rebooted again.
Okay, so what do I do? Preparation? Do I class equipment? Okay. Ranger.
Ooh.
Wing diver is so fun.
I'm just not a fan of how much weaker the wing diver is. But if that's what you want, hey baby, Go for it.
Oh, it's only 50 less armor.
Oh, I mean the guns are typically weaker, but I've never played a wing diver in this game, so what the fuck do I know?
Rapier and a plasma cannon. Swift and deadly. Okay, it says specifically that they do high damage, but the drawback is low armor.
Oh, okay.
So let me try. I can always change, right?
No, you're stuck forever.
Really? For real?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Well then
Yeah,
I'll try wing diver.
you can change like crazy, my man.
With a rapier. So I'm gonna have the rapier.
All right. Well, you don't have to say it like that.
That's the thing it's called.
You
I'm
could
not the
say-
one being weird.
You could say rapier. Sounds different when you say rapier.
I don't think that that's substantively different. All right, weapon 1. Power
I don't
lance.
think you're substantively a nice person. Huh?
Damn. Wow, I feel
Fucking got him, folks. Fucking got him. All right, hurry up. What are you doing?
I'm picking weapons. I don't know what these weapons do.
Well, just go with the defaults.
Well, I have 3 defaults to choose from, though.
But you had some that were already equipped. Frog Killer Fran.
Yeah, it was gonna do Frank, Frog Killer, and then a last name that I was gonna decide as I was typing it. So I guess what's the difference between plasma cannon and plasma core?
I don't know.
It doesn't. It won't tell me what it does. So
it looks like you have all 3 equipped. I think your core is some kind of special something.
Change color, adjust armor. No, that's all fine. For now, anyway. Okay, let's go. Preparation complete. Fine.
Let's go.
Fine. I'm not allowed to customize my character. It's fine. Because Kylie's in a rush.
Well, no, we go back to this menu after every level. So I was just kind of thinking like, first level, let's just get in there.
This is an emergency.
So you coming?
Join the fight too, civilian.
Oh, you're way ahead. Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can.
Can you go a little faster, please?
No, I literally can't. Well, actually, I can if I...
Actually, it wants me to go this way.
Yeah, I guess we're going this way. I have my Ocarina of Time.
Oh, it's
goal.
just stay with these guys.
Oh, lame. Okay.
Did you know the wing divers an all-female force? That's a weird thing.
It is a very weird thing, especially because none of the character models for the other classes are ever female. So it's like
any girl. If you want to join the army, you got to get a jetpack if you're a girl.
Yeah. Yes, that's literally what it is. What? Who played EDF and was like, you know what EDF needs? Slow walking. This game's too fast. Slow it down.
Oh my god, this gun's awesome.
Good.
God. So if you haven't seen this game before, you probably have. This is a sort of, I guess this is, if a game could be a meme, this game's kind of a meme. Right? You think so?
I mean, if by meme you mean it's hilarious and people love it for that, then yes, it's a meme.
Yes. Well, it's hilarious and people know it for that, and I think a lot of people that know and think the game is funny also probably haven't played it. I don't think
this game has really exploded in popularity, this series, I should say, in the past few years, so I think
I can tag.
Oh, you know what happened was...
Do you have a run with thumbstick, by the way? With clicking in left thumbstick? Is that a dodge or?
Oh, I do have a run. Wow.
So I have a dodge boost. With that button.
Fancy.
Still not as fast as me, sucker.
Well, you're the fastest one. That wouldn't be fair. I'm the 3rd fastest class. Don't shame me for only being the 3rd fastest of 4. Wait, sorry, 2nd fastest is what I meant.
I love this. This is honestly already better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I love EDF 3.
And that's the thing, is it's just EDF so far. Like, it's not any different yet.
Well, 4, they made the bugs look so much better. These bugs look worse than the bugs in 4 did, I think.
They actually look better.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Maybe it's that they have a quality to them that looks less
Maybe
Like-
you're just maybe you're in your memory. You're like, oh, the bugs in 4, they look incredible, but that was a number of years ago.
Damn, you see my big gun?
No. Lots of the goo splatter in this is violence in a way.
It's violent. It's
before.
immediate. I guess the thing that 4 had, it wasn't that they looked so good, but they died in a more believable way.
Let me see.
I think, I don't know. There's a jank. This seems janky in a way that felt missing from 4.
You know, I would, as someone who played 4 2 days ago, I feel like your memories of 4 might be slightly off.
Really?
It's
Maybe
very
it's-
similar. This is like most of what's different to me so far is like I said, like the goo splatter, and most of it's the same.
Okay.
The gun handling feels like my rocket is a little slower. That's mostly what's different for me so far, and I have slacks. I have slacks on.
Where are we supposed to be going? We're just like clearing out these tunnels, right?
Yeah, apparently.
I want to get outside.
Yeah, I want to get outside. I feel like EDF lives and breathes
we're
outside, and you get underground for fun.
Creatures ate their way through the wall to get in.
Going the wrong way.
These creatures ate their way through the wall to get in.
Skeletons have been destroyed. They're all destroyed.
Yeah, what happened was EDF 4 came out as EDF 2025 on 360, and I went to the GameStop the day it came out and asked for it, and they had to dig it out of a box, and they only got one copy of the game, and that was my copy. But then it came to Steam a couple years later as EDF 4.1, and that's when it kind of reached like cult hit status instead of just cult status.
But it was right. That's what I mean. That's like so long. The Steam 4.1 was so long after 3, which was for me the real cult hit.
Sure.
And 4 kind of wasn't as good.
I came away thinking that, but in the past week replaying the game, I was like, man, I was really wrong about 4. This game rules.
Oh, I guess that's good.
Yeah.
That was a boss bug, I think.
Well, normally we have to blow up these ant holes, but they don't. They seem like they're done now. I don't know.
Maybe we don't know yet that happens.
Okay. For anyone watching this and is like, what's the deal with this game? Another aspect of this game is that all the enemies drop these boxes, and the red ones are like, each red box we pick up is like 1 permanent pip of health increase. It's like 1 HP that we will get at the end of the level.
Oh my god. Okay,
And
I
the
have
green
really
ones
good
are
news.
weapon pickups. What's up? Where are we going?
So we have to follow the arrows.
Oh, we have to. I mean, we do have these arrows. What am I talking about? How many monsters are there?
So my wingsuit has. I love that they call them monsters. They're ants.
I mean,
they're monstrous-sized ants. They're
yeah,
huge.
they're monsters.
They're but they're not like different from ants besides their size.
Yeah, they're not a Frankenstein.
Like if this was an indie game, I would think that this was just an asset from like the Unity store.
Yeah. Yeah, this game has its roots in being the Unity Asset Store game equivalent of the early 2000s, which was the Simple 2000 series, was a game of very simple PlayStation 2 games released in Japan for 2,000 yen each, and this was one of them. And by the time they made the third one, they decided they could release it in America, maybe.
And they were right because it's sick.
Maybe they were hiding something.
Yeah. Well, the thing about 2017 was what's interesting about it is obviously it was like a cult hit game that a few people really liked and most people had never tried, but it was also a game that didn't reveal how great it was immediately, so you really had to stick with it to figure it out. I think most people played it for 10 minutes and went, "This sucks."
I was in love with EDF 3 by the first time that I shot a bug and saw it just sort of like sort of
roll away.
Like it
Tumbleweed, like a tumbleweed.
Yeah, like there's these have a weight to them. Like if you're watching these bugs and you're like they're just sort of falling over. Like they have so much more weight to them than the 3 did. But check this out. So my hover pack here has, where are you?
I'm coming.
Oh, it has wing energy that goes down, and when I'm not in the air, it just goes back up. If I do this in air dodge, this runs out like so much slower. So it's just as fast or faster, and actually I can stay in the air basically forever.
Oh, that's good. And then High Camp, this game series. This series well known for its very campy voiceovers, and they really lean into that.
Yeah.
So everyone speaking right now is like, "We must fight these monsters!"
Ha!
This is a real vibe out game. This is a great co-op shooter for when you just want to fucking chill.
Just want to vibe. We just want
to hang out, vibe with these monsters.
Is this a boss room? Are we gonna do a boss?
It's what it looks like.
It is what it looks like.
Insecticide, chill vibes only.
Insectivibes.
Whoa.
The rescue team will be here soon.
Sorry, can I go back and redo my character name?
Yes. No, because this beginning part sucks.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Well, Insectivibes.
Insectivibes. Oh.
Why isn't there any response from the ground force?
This guy keeps asking about the ground force, and no one has an answer for him.
What does he keep asking?
He keeps saying, "Why isn't there any word from the ground force?"
We're the underground force.
Yeah, clearly we're a different kind of force.
Also, easy to forget. A big part when you're playing it, when you're used to EDF, but a core tenet is infinite ammo.
Yes.
Important. Actually, last time I played, I got some cool teamwork between me and a friend because I was playing as a fencer, which is the slow, like heavily armored class that can carry 4 weapons. And I had one thing that was called a Phoenix 1. It was like a rocket launcher.
Oh, I remember the Phoenix. Yeah.
But it could only lock on. Like basically the other class, the Air Raider, who does like airstrikes and vehicle drops, they have a weapon that's called like the laser guidance system that is only for helping other players guided lock-on weapons lock on better.
I blew myself up and I rolled all the way down this hill. I'm alive still. I'm alive.
Oh, okay. Get back up here. Anyways, I had rockets that could only be targeted by another player, so we had to work together, and that was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
They had like a laser, basically just a laser pointer gun that they would like point at the enemies, and then I had to point at the same one, and we would like lock on together, and then it would shoot a big giant missile that exploded real nice.
Nice. That's cool. Oh, I just shot off a piece of this bug, but it stayed alive. That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. 4 added dismemberment. Maybe this adds dismemberment that does not kill, which is interesting.
That bugs do that.
But bugs, I believe, do that. So yeah. Yeah. The real tightrope act for EDF to walk is, how do you make the bugs look better when what was great about it was how stupid it looked?
Right.
Like, how do you improve it without ruining it?
Right. And that's really difficult.
It is. I wouldn't want that job, honestly.
The exit is not far. We'll be fine once we get back to the.
But yeah, anyways, I think what helped this series become
these
like a
guys,
big hit,
these guys like they're like combat screams of horror, and then when the combat's over, they're just like, "Okay, time to move on." Is so funny.
This is the exit.
right stick click to ping things. By the way,
Yeah. Oh, I've been picking things by accident all game.
On the surface.
Nice.
Now move it.
Yeah, so I think like the multi-class like online co-op of 4 was what helped it become like a huge hit, you know? Because like EDF 3 was an offline game,
Oh, no.
so it was great that it was co-op and it had 100 levels or whatever, but
Wait, look at my thing. Look at the screen. The stream.
oh, I can't see.
Oh.
We're not screen sharing.
I thought you maybe had Twitch open.
Ooh.
I got all these weapons.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Grid
I
shot.
got a mini
Spark
buster.
Vine, Turbo Core, Grid Shot, Blink Ball. What's a Blink Ball?
What's a blink ball?
I don't know. Blink Ball creates plasma balls to be thrown by hand.
Nice. You've got a Rasengan.
Yeah, Resend gun.
That was more me like flubbing a pronunciation, but I'm just gonna pretend like I did it on purpose
because it's good.
Because it's good. It's very good.
Wing Diver, Plasma Core.
Listen, let it be a testament to how much I love and trust the audience of this show that I didn't just keep my mouth shut and just take that one.
I got a new Plasma Core.
I'm gonna be a fencer. So here's what struck me was that in 4, the fencers always are dressed up in this like black power armor that looks very cool, and this guy has like a reflective vest on and like a construction hard hat.
Okay.
Okay.
Zero range plasma arc gun.
You should why don't you give the people some taste of some other classes?
Because this one is sick. Everyone wants to see this one, I think. Let's do a little bit more with this one, and then I'll switch. Is that fair? I got the blink ball too. We've got to see the blink ball. Wait, because the number of players has changed, mission preparations have been canceled. I've been disconnected. Kylie? Wow, I guess she was really mad that I didn't want to do another class. Ooh. Her PC just blue screened. That's a bummer.
Damn. Okay, so you know how I said I've been playing this game? Or I've been playing 4?
Yeah, I heard your claims.
Yeah, my claims, my lies about playing games on my own time.
I heard your unsubstantiated claims about that you've been playing this.
Yeah. Fake game claims is what I've been making.
You're a fake claimer girl.
Yeah. That was basically like a game of musical chairs, and Keith got the chair. So what happened was these games, I mean, I guess it's also why we're doing 5 for this show, is that the series was on sale for Golden Week. But series, not that Siri, not you.
Oh, I didn't hear your phone turn on, so I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Oh my god. No.
I'm prepared.
Class
I'm
and
good.
equipment, wing diver.
You should
blink
be
ball.
a ranger or a air raider.
I think everyone wants to see the blink ball.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
The tires are too big. It won't. Tires are too big for the car.
The tires are too big for the car. I'm really sorry to hear that. That sounds tough. Wow.
My gummies.
Oh my god, fuck off.
If you're gonna make gummy car Legos, you gotta have the right size wheels for the gummy car.
How is there a gummy car? What are you talking about?
These are my Lego gummies. They come with wheels so that you can make it into a car.
Wow.
But the wheels are too big to make it into a car.
That's fucked up.
Thank you for finally agreeing after.
I just didn't understand what you were talking about. I thought you had Lego bricks. Now suddenly it's a car. I just was confused.
So essentially, the blink ball is exactly the same as. Are these robots bad robots?
No, they seem like good robots.
Oh, they are. They are good robots.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is always a question: are robots good or bad in any fictional universe? And I believe in EDF, it's a firm good. The enemies we're fighting are organics after all.
But is that maybe not true? Is that maybe not true?
Oh, you're right. I mean, you're right. Classically, EDF has many bad robots.
Yeah.
How could I forget? J.J. Abrams is all over that shit.
So the blink ball is very cool, but seems totally impractical, unfortunately.
Those are the best EDF weapons. Are that? These look, the flying saucers are backwards.
Oh, they know how to move out of the way of them too.
Look at the saucers though. So long parts in front instead of in back. Everything's flipped in EDF 5. Everything's different. The fencer has shields, which can be useful, but I'm bad at remembering to use them. So the fencer can hold 4 weapons, but it's 2 weapon sets. You get a left and right hand and 2 different sets.
Whoa, look at these big ships!
Yeah, that's what I've been talking about.
Sorry, I'm like figuring out what the flow is with this weapon that I've got.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm getting completely swarmed over here. If you could come help, that'd be amazing.
I'm here. I'm right above you, actually. I'm shooting the ones that are.
Yeah, I have no awareness of what's happening, basically. Anyways, I was just saying that what happened was EDF 4 was on sale for $10 for Golden Week, and I have a couple friends that I've been playing games with. And I just did the thing of like EDF is kind of a weird sell, so I'm just gonna pay for you guys to play EDF with me because it's only $10 each. And so I just bought them each a copy of the game,
including me.
No, EDF 4 I'm talking about.
Oh, EDF 4, okay.
And so now I'm in this position where like I just bought you my 2 friends copies of EDF 4 to play, and now I'm like, well, I want to play EDF 5 though.
It's not on sale anymore.
It's not on sale anymore?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's $60.
Fuck. All right. Well. Whatever. I mean, we beat EDF 3, so like I should finish 4. It's like obviously a great game, and I suppose 5 will be waiting for me.
I'm glad. I'm glad that these ships like. What was I gonna say? I got distracted. Never mind.
Yeah.
Something about the ships made me glad. Oh, I'm glad that these robots. Oh, behind us. Holy shit.
Holy shit. What's cool about the fencer is that the fencer has jets on his back to jet around. But what's interesting is that the jets are dependent on what weapon you're holding. Like, basically each weapon has, you shoot it with the trigger, and then the bumper has like a weapon-specific jet power, or some of them do. So like, some weapons let you jump with the jet boosts, and some let you boost forward. And it's totally dependent on what weapon you have. So like,
ooh, I'm dead.
Oh, I'm also dead. Your mobility as a fencer is totally defined by what weapons you bring in your loadout.
Damn.
Fencer is like Monster Hunter. It makes EDF Monster Hunter, which is pretty interesting.
So that's what happens when we put it on hard.
Hard, yeah. You want to retry on normal?
Yeah, I think so. I really liked. I'm eating gummies.
Be an air raider.
An air raider?
Yeah. That's you call a lot of you don't have a lot of like direct combat options, but you can call in airstrikes and drop like tanks that you can drive.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be a ranger.
Where does it say how much damage? Oh, damage. 28. Okay. So I'm going to be a limpet sniper.
Nice.
A robot bomb. A self-propelled bomb with built-in AI.
Ooh, I can bring support equipment as a ranger. Seems like every class has like an extra slot for something, or maybe some of them do. I don't think the fencer did.
I have an electromagnetic bunker.
Whoa.
A device which erects a wall of energy that not only stops bullets, but optical weapons as well. It also has on-the-spot collision detection, allowing all allies and friendly fire to pass through.
Nice. That rules.
But I only have three weapons that I can do. So I have to pick between my robot bomb, the laser guide kit, and that.
Yeah, Air Raider has a lot of tough choices need to be made with the Air Raider.
Oh, or the ZE gun, a mounted sentry gun that uses a camera and sensors to track and automatically fire at the enemy.
It's a lot of tough choices in general in EDF because yeah, you can only bring a couple weapons and so many of them are interesting.
And we don't have any. I can't do a vehicle because we don't have any.
Oh. Weird they don't start you with one.
Okay, I'm gonna do a no direct weapons build.
Wow.
So
Wow.
what do you think? Should I get a
Oh hey, let me fucking change the difficulty to
a
normal.
beacon signal or a beacon to signal a 150 millimeter cannon attack from a gunship, or to signal a strafe attack from a combat bomber?
Wait, real quick, I think I have to close the room. Oh wait, no, I found it. Sorry, repeat the question.
Use this beacon to signal a 150 millimeter cannon attack from a gunship, or use this communication system to request a strafe attack from a combat bomber.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. So,
I mean, a strafe attack sounds useful against a giant swarm of ants, which is what we were fighting in that level.
True. So I got my combat bomber. We're gonna do.
Oh, there was the laser guide kit I was talking about.
Oh, yep, yeah. But you don't have a weapon for that, right?
I technically do have, I think, missile launchers, but I'm not really interested in that.
Okay, so
I was just pointing it out. That's all.
Weapon 3 life vendor.
Oh, I actually don't have any. You're right. So. Don't have any supports yet.
Light mortar vehicle empty. Okay, so I've got a combat bomber, electromagnetic bunker, light bomber collar, and then no vehicle.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
But keep in mind, ooh, we're starting. Okay. I was gonna say, keep in mind the cooldowns on some of these might be 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh. Okay. Well,
yeah.
What's going on?
But I don't know. I guess we'll find out pretty quickly.
I'll figure out something since your gum is melting. Look at the sky.
I have some kind of assault rifle that fires like
Do you mean
They're almost like needler needles. They are actually exactly needler needles. They're thick and pink, and oh my god, I see on the stream what you're doing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's something.
So the reload for the combat bomber was looks like 10, 12 seconds, although it's still going. Okay, yeah.
Oh wow.
That wasn't so bad. That was like
Wow.
that was like 10 to 20 seconds, something like that.
Okay, they really changed the aerator, which sounds good.
All right, where do you think they're gonna come from? They came from over here. Look on the stream. Look what I can do. Look how far away I can call this.
It's wild.
Everywhere. It was safer underground. We should have stayed down there. It's much more dangerous on the surface. Start. We need rescue.
Wow. I just saw the strafing run go by. That's crazy.
Skeleton can't be activated in such a crucial moment. Civilian, you are free. We can't fight.
A civilian request for bombing!
Reloading armor's broken. Fire! Looks like the monster's spitting something.
I have a thing there.
It's acid.
Did I do that?
Do what?
Don't be afraid!
The mortar thing, that gun.
No, I have a grenade launcher, if that's what you mean.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. I got a grenade launcher that explodes on contact.
Damn, look what I did.
Nuts.
I'm pretty sure I did that.
Infantry, protect the powered exoskeleton.
Yeah, wow. Aerator seems
Request for bombing!
radical now.
Sergeant, glad to know you are fine.
I wish I could stay in the like
What?
the view to see like how much damage I'm doing.
Eaten by a monster.
Did I just fucking kill the dude that was shooting at you or spitting at you?
I
think
mean,
I did.
possibly.
You are free.
You definitely shot some ants next to me.
Now, okay, this would be the best game that I've ever played if I also had like one gun in addition to this
Yeah.
stuff and the jetpack.
From a civilian?
Go!
Someone give us instructions. Reload.
Well, you see, Keith, what you can do is cooperate with a group of friends
Spotted enemies. All units,
to.
get in position. You deserve my praise. Our superior officer.
Ugh. I have
see
the
down there.
I have the sun coming directly through the skylight right above my head
Shoot them. Don't let the monsters get any closer.
in like a weird way where it's like
Civilian. Are you
in my
alive?
face as I'm trying to play this game.
Come over here. I've got
This is Iota 1.
I've got these.
Activation sequence has reached final phase.
Ugh. Coming.
Keep the monsters away from the powered exoskeletons.
How long can I sprint for? I hope it's forever. It should be forever. What are these things? Ooh.
Those are my walls.
They should be
Nice.
They can't get you through there.
We can't be sure of that. We can't reach the corporal in charge of the escort.
Well, it was a good thought anyway.
Order from a civilian?
A civilian request for bombing.
Plus UFO?
The hell does that mean?
Are you a civilian?
I don't know.
Oh wait, I have mortars. Oh, that's them doing that. That big red circle that appears, that's theirs.
Like, what do you? Who's them?
The aliens, I think.
I don't know.
I think I saw it coming out of one of the alien ships.
There have been accounts of UFO
Oh.
sightings everywhere across the globe.
Oh.
Look at it. Oh wait, no, that was me. That was me. That one was me.
Just moving flashes
Yeah,
of
I
light
think
caught on
yours
camera.
kind of look like they're coming out of nowhere
Flying objects
in the
made of
sky,
metal.
and the ships
For
just
now,
happen to
the
be there.
identity of these objects remains unclear. Since
This
there
is
are
very
reports of
cool.
sightings coming from everywhere, it is speculated that there are multiple UFOs flying in different areas.
Oh no, that's my mortar. Okay, I
Yeah,
see it now.
yeah.
I understand now. It just looked like it was because of the arc of the mortar. It looked like it was coming out of the.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
yeah.
The mortars just kind of appear out of the sky, but the ships just happen to be in the sky, so it looks
Yeah.
like they're coming from the ships.
Yeah.
Order from a incoming monsters.
Oh, where are the monsters coming from? Oh, I see them.
Yeah. From everywhere, basically.
Yeah, from all over. From
Yeah.
the. Oh, I can't. There's no north symbol on this. Honestly, the aerator is very cool.
Yeah.
I think instead of the bunker, I would have a gun. That's like the one problem right now.
Yeah, and in 4, the aerator didn't have much of a gun. I wonder.
I have a sniper. I have a limpet sniper or a limpet gun.
Yeah, the limpets were basically like delayed detonation grenades, like sticky bombs. It seemed like the designers faced the problem of like, we either have to give the aerator better guns or better airstrike abilities, and they went
both.
airstrike abilities.
Well, I don't know. The sniper looked like it did a pretty good amount of damage.
Okay. Wow.
Damn.
And so I think these robots are all just kind of like scripted stuff.
What's
like
scripted?
The robots shooting the machine guns.
Yeah, that's
like the EDF at large or something.
the thing I was gonna say was it's disappointing. Like last time when I thought that I forgot something I wanted to say about the ship. Actually, what I wanted to say and forgot was I wish that those robots actually were helping.
Oh yeah. You know what EDF is? EDF is like what we thought games were gonna be back on like the PS2 era, when it was like, man, once we can just fit 100 enemies in the game, we're just gonna have so many enemies to explode. And then instead games got more serious.
Yeah. And they were wrong too. This is better.
Yeah, this is better.
Okay, so I'm gonna give myself the limpet sniper now, which does 200 damage. A precise long range launch of sticky bombs.
Okay, I'm gonna be a wing diver.
Or I'm gonna fuck it. I'll just do the single barreled cannon and keep with the no direct weapons thing, and then I'll get a vehicle at some point.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. Trying not to get killed with a gun.
No direct weapon viable EDF class.
I don't know if I could solo. I don't know if I can do it solo.
But you don't have to.
But I don't have to.
Interesting.
This game's great. I love this.
Yeah.
EDF is awesome, and I always knew that. Like,
yeah, as I've been playing EDF, I can never forget the time when the first time I ever played EDF, I played it at Andy Short's house, but he wasn't there because he had to like go to work for a couple hours or something.
He
came
idea
back
of going to
and
Andy Short's house and he's not even there is so funny.
I think it was like this embarrassing time in my life where like I got fired from my job but didn't want to tell my mom, so I was just hanging out at Andy's house. That I did that for a week.
I'm ready, by the way.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let me just change my color. Anyways, there was like a time when Andy came home and I was like, Andy, I gotta show you this amazing game that I learned about where we shoot these ants. And he was just like, could not be sold on it. He was just like, this looks so stupid.
Well, Andy famously hates old games, and EDF is a game that looks like an old game.
It looks like an old game. Yeah.
Look at the sky! Something is falling! Retreat!
Whoa.
What's falling? What is that?
What is that? What is that? Oh, the wing diver is like so much more. It's still sci-fi, but it's like less anime than it was before. It doesn't have literal wings. It's just like a jetpack. Because remember in EDF 4, it was like you had laser wings or something.
All right, now it's better, and it works better too.
This is cool. Whoa.
Nice, I can reach both.
All right. Ease off on this pylon thing so I can get in there and pick up the weapons.
Okay.
Oh,
It says aim at the top part of the pylons. You want me to hold off still?
oh, sorry. Yeah, let me just run in real quick
Okay.
for a second. Ooh. Ooh. You're not. Okay, I'm good.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Help me. Save me.
Oh my god. I just went to shoot my You can pick friends back up after they go down, by the way.
Okay.
At least, I mean, you could in the previous one. I don't know why they would remove that.
A civilian request for bombing.
Look, pylons. There are so many. Will they bring in more monsters?
Oh my god, are you hearing the fucking dialogue? It's so good.
It's extremely good. It seems like with the wing diver, in the previous game, your ammo was kind of coupled to your boost power. It seems like they did away with that, which is
I think that
probably
you are using. It still is. It's just the weapons seem to not use very much.
Extremely aggressive, and will
okay.
most likely attack humans. Stay
Oh, I don't have like a dodge roll or anything.
Oh.
I'm like extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm so impressed. I was so convinced that if you added any abilities to like EDF, like back like EDF 3, there were no extra classes. It was only Ranger, so you were just Guy. You just played as Guy with gun.
Yeah.
And I was so convinced that like the moment that you added any abilities, that it would both ruin the spirit of the game and totally remove any incentive to ever be a Ranger, to ever be Guy with gun class. And I was wrong about both of those things. These are very good games.
Yeah, totally. Well, to be fair, I don't want to be Ranger. I want to be Air Raider and Wing Diver, like all the time.
Yeah, that was my impression, I guess, back when you were most of my window into what other people think about EDF. But actually, my two friends I've been playing with, they both really like being Rangers.
Okay,
So
that's good.
I had one friend I had to pitch them on being anything else. Like they weren't interested in trying anything but a
What's
Ranger,
the
which
deal
was
with
very
the-
interesting to me.
What do you think the motivation for that is?
I'm not sure, but definitely the Ranger, what they did do for the Ranger in 4 and 5 is dramatically increase the run speed over EDF 3. So
Right.
you're very nimble, and you have your weapons are the easiest to use, and they also do the most direct damage.
Yeah.
You just have rocket launcher, you just have machine gun, and they're very effective.
I should say I'm not down on the Ranger. I just find like the non-standard classes to be so much more interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not and the fact that other people feel the opposite way, I think, is why this is a great game.
Yeah, that's what. Then you get a good mix of classes when you're playing multiplayer.
And it's
not
proof that
everyone
people
wants to do the
want-
same thing all
right,
the time.
exactly. Yeah, totally.
We don't know any more details other than that.
This is good. This is great. This is like this is what the last one was missing, was having this 150 millimeter cannon thing,
Totally, yeah.
because it's laser guided, so I am pointing and clicking at an enemy.
Yeah, like an airstrike that reloads in faster than 5 minutes is like honestly a novelty,
Make an attempt to approach
and I think it completely changes the air raider.
The only thing that this is missing is the ability to look at your airstrike from an above view.
Gotcha. But then can't you immediately switch back to the overhead view to take a new shot?
No,
see
because
what
you only have
happens?
one.
Oh,
You have one, and it takes 20 seconds.
okay.
About. So like,
Well, Try not to drop airstrikes on me.
Did I hurt you?
No.
Okay.
I just mean, like, if I'm there.
Well, it kind of takes like 5 to 10 seconds to actually work.
It's true.
So
Whoa.
I've got the
A fucking
combat
pylon
bomber.
just landed on my head.
There's something. Oh, it's just mission clear now. But look at all
Oh, a
these.
million
Holy shit!
just dropped down. Okay.
Because it's a hope against hope.
This is good.
This is great.
Damn,
we were supposed to be done. I just want to play more. Like,
Yeah. Each time I'm like, how are they gonna make EDF better? And then they do it.
honestly, I know it's against the spirit of the thing, but I could keep playing this.
I keep playing it.
Yeah, this is great. I might have to.
Are we gonna keep playing it?
I might have to like. I might have to like put a note. I might have to separate this into 2 episodes, and one is the morning show, and one is just a let's play of this.
Do you want to just end the morning show right now and then start a new episode that's that?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, everyone. Thank you for coming to the morning show. If you're already in the room, please stick around. We are gonna play more of this. It's too fun to stop. I am gonna play the outro song, so we are gonna deal with that. Remember, you can go to contentburger.biz to sign up for our Patreon and support the show and support things like this where we can do a weird morning stream every morning. Honestly, it's really tied my week together. It's given me something to ground myself to.
Absolutely.
I was missing
something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I think it gives us a great bit of variety in the Run Button stew.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it's also it keeps Run Button in my life, so I remember to put out more videos.
Yeah, so stick around for more of this game. We'll be back.
Support us. Our videos have no ads because
No
people pay
ads.
us money. Patreon.com/runbutton.
Do it.
Love you.